What's up, YouTube? Mr. Bankster23 here. Okay, now going back to the Mr. M story. So, Mr. M invited me on a trip with him down to Florida. We have a mutual friend that we both know that lives in Orlando. I talked about him in a previous vlog. Now, Mr. M and I were in a tractor trailer. Mr. M has the CDL. He's the one that's gonna help me get that job with the company he works for. And basically, we left New York, went through Pennsylvania, and we took 81 south through Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. And when we got to South Carolina, his tractor trailer broke down, the one that he was using. The clutch went bad on it, so we almost got into an accident. There's also, that was a whole hot mess there. But we had to bring it to a Freightliner dealer because it was a Freightliner truck. And we left it at the Freightliner dealer, and it was there for a couple days. So we had deliveries that we had to do. I think we did either 1 or 2 deliveries in a rental. Maybe we did more, actually, thinking about it. I think we did a couple more deliveries. I think we did all the runs in the Volvo that we rented. We stayed at truck stops. We were in Daytona Beach for a couple days, which was really freaking cool because, Daytona Beach is Daytona Beach, and it was the week before Bike Week last week, so there were a whole bunch of bikers going down there just on their way down for Bike Week. And what else? Don't kill me. So we were gone for, I want to say we were gone for 16 days, but I'd have to actually look on the calendar and shit and see how long we were gone for. We were gone for a little while. Jesus, wind. Wind's blowing, it's blowing 250 all over the road. But he stopped working for that company because they dicked him over, That's the only experience that I personally have with being in a tractor trailer. I worked at a school bus dealership last year when I first made this channel, or maybe it was right before I made this YouTube channel. When I first got my 250, I was working at a school bus dealership. So I've been around, medium and heavy duty vehicles before. Where I come from is mechanics. I was working at an Audi repair shop / dealership. So, I have experience in driving a whole bunch of different vehicles, but none of them were as big as the tractor trailer, and they're big tractor trailers. I mean, them motherfuckers are huge. The things that I'm thinking about is I'd like to get my life in order, which is a good thing, but I also don't know, I don't want to sign with one of the big companies that says, oh yeah, you sign with us and we'll train you to get your tractor trailer license, but you sign a contract with us for a year, and when you're signed on for a year, you basically can go out on the road for 21 days, and then you get 3 days off, and they can send you to a hub that's within like 400 or 500 miles of your house without any transportation home, so you end up spending the 3 days in the truck, and then you're right back to work for another fucking 21 days, and you might not be home for 2 or 3 months at a clip, and I really don't want to do that. With the company Lily, it would be all local deliveries, so I would be home every night. I don't know what time I would start. I know Mr. M starts around, I think he starts around 1 a.m. and he usually gets out between like 1 and 2 p.m., sometimes later. It all depends, but I know that they are a lot more strict with you whether you're operating a commercial vehicle or not if you have a commercial driver's license. So, say I get pulled over on the motorcycle and they see that I have not only a motorcycle endorsement but a commercial endorsement and I'm speeding or something, chances are I'm going to get the ticket for it. And if you get tickets with your commercial license, it's a lot different than the point system for having a regular driver's license, because they expect you to be just a better driver, I suppose you could say, because you're driving really heavy shit, or if you have your Class B endorsement, which I would automatically get once I have my Class A, you know, you could be driving passengers around as long as you have that passenger endorsement, which, I mean, that's always a good thing to have too. Like, I've talked to a couple other people that I know, and they all told me, my uncle, I was talking to my uncle last night, who he drives a BMW K1600 GTX, I think it is, or GTL, GXL. I don't know. For those of you guys that know the sport tourings and the big ones like that, you guys can, you know, in the comment section, correct me for which one it is. But he said that he got the one with all of the extra features because he just retired last year, and he's going around the whole country on his bike. But I'm sure I'll shoot a video with him maybe when he comes through this way before he goes down there, because he lives up in Connecticut. But I was talking to him, and he said that he's had his commercial driver's license for about 25 years, and he only used it a handful of times, but he said that that's how he got into the company that he worked for, because he worked for a fuel company, and he said that that's just how he got his foot in the door there. So, I mean, that's definitely, that's something to think about, because that's just kind of how life really happens. But basically the CDL story was just that I went down and I traveled the whole East Coast, and that was the first time that I had driven out of the Northeast. And you know, we did it in I think it took us 4 days to get down to to get down to Florida, because the first day we stopped in Virginia, or was it Virginia or West Virginia? It might have been West Virginia, and then we went through Virginia and North Carolina the second day, and I forget if we stopped in, I don't even remember. I'd have to go through pictures, because I have pictures of all this stuff, but I'll fill it in, and I'll probably put annotations to correct myself. But we went down there and we did it, but I don't want to work for a company where they make me unload the freight. I don't want to touch freight, and I know chances are my first year that's not going to happen, because, you know, first year you get the shit end of the stick when it comes to all that stuff. So that's pretty much the CDL story right there, and you guys will definitely be updated as I decide what's going to happen with the next chapter of my life. But for those of you that just joined me and recently subscribed, thank you guys so much. It means a lot to me. Look, pretty. And for those of you who have been along for the ride so far, you know, we're going to keep pumping out these videos, even if it's just stupid little updates. Definitely want to do a video when we run to the mountains, the Hawk's Nest, you know, a couple other places. But as usual, you know, you guys can like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'll see you.